Jimi Hendrix, electric guitar virtuoso, was one of the highest paid musicians in the world. Sometimes played with his teeth or behind his back. He was the ultimate guitar hero.
Jimi Hendrix was an American guitarist, singer, and songwriter, widely considered one of the greatest musicians of all time. Known for his unique blend of rock, blues, and psychedelia, he revolutionized the electric guitar with his innovative use of distortion, feedback, and unconventional techniques. Hendrix's fiery performances, most notably at Woodstock in 1969, became legendary with his rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner, capturing the cultural upheaval of the era. Jimi Hendrix's life was tragically short, as he passed away on September 18, 1970, at the age of just 27 years old. His death, while peaceful in nature, marked the end of an era. Even in his brief time, Hendrix changed the face of music forever, leaving an indelible mark on the rock genre. Kurt Cobain was the lead singer, guitarist, and primary songwriter of the iconic rock band Nirvana, a group that became the face of the grunge movement in the early 1990s. Known for his raw, emotionally charged lyrics and distinct voice, Cobain captured the angst and disillusionment of a generation. His most famous work, the album Nevermind 1991, included the smash hit Smells Like Teen Spirit, which quickly became an anthem of youth rebellion. Cobain's contributions to music were profound, as he brought an alternative sound to mainstream rock, blending elements of punk, metal, and indie into something uniquely his own. Sadly, Kurt Cobain's life was cut short when he died on April 5, 1994, at the age of 27.
Lead singer of the rock band Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, has died of a gunshot wound in Seattle.
His death, ruled as suicide, shocked the world and marked the end of an era for both Nirvana and the grunge movement. Despite his tragic passing, his legacy remains a powerful influence on rock music today.
Just keep practicing and don't give up. Just never give up. It doesn't matter what your product looks like, it's what it sounds like.
Freddie Mercury was the legendary frontman of the British rock band Queen, celebrated for his ability to blend multiple musical genres. Known for creating timeless hits like Bohemian Rhapsody, We Are the Champions, and Somebody to Love, he became one of the most influential figures in rock music. Freddie's charismatic performances and bold personality made him a global icon, while his songwriting captured the hearts of millions. Even as he faced personal challenges, including his battle with HIV, Freddie continued to perform and create music that resonated deeply with fans. Tragically, he passed away on November 24, 1991, at the age of 45 due to complications from AIDS. But his contributions to rock music still continue to inspire generations of fans and musicians alike.
Elvis Presley died today. He was 42. He was found at his home in Memphis, not breathing. His doctor pronounced him dead at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Elvis Presley, often referred to as the King of Rock and Roll, was one of the most influential and iconic figures in music history. He revolutionized the music industry with his unique blend of country, blues, and gospel influences, bringing rock and roll into the mainstream. Hits like Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, and Jailhouse Rock made him an international sensation, while his charisma and stage presence made him a cultural phenomenon. He continued to record and perform throughout his life, reaching incredible levels of fame, particularly in the 1960s with movies and songs like Can't Help Falling in Love. Elvis Presley passed away on August 16, 1977, at the age of 42 in his Graceland home. His music is still being celebrated, and his influence continues to shape the world of rock and pop music.
Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. Every country's had a violent revolution. Not one of them has the freedom we're all talking about. So we're saying give peace a chance, like nobody's ever done it before.
John Lennon was famous as a founding member of the Beatles, whose revolutionary music changed the face of rock and pop. Known for his sharp wit and introspective lyrics, he co-wrote iconic hits like Imagine, Strawberry Fields Forever, and Come Together. After the Beatles disbanded in 1970, Lennon pursued a solo career, with Imagine becoming an anthem for peace. He was also an outspoken peace activist, advocating for social justice alongside his wife, Yoko Ono. Tragically, Lennon was shot and killed on December 8, 1980, outside his New York City apartment by a disturbed fan, Mark David Chapman. He was 40 years old, and his untimely death shocked the world, ending his life far from peacefully.
And as he passed me, I pulled out the gun, aimed at his back, and pulled the trigger.
Never work for other people at what you do. Always remember that the reason that you initially started working, I think it's terribly dangerous for an artist to fulfill other people's expectations. I think they generally produce their worst work when they do that.
David Bowie was a legendary musician, actor, and cultural icon known for his innovative music, theatrical performances, and ever-changing personas like Ziggy Stardust and the Thin White Duck. He became famous in the 1970s with hits like Space Oddity, Heroes, and Changes, blending rock, glam, and experimental styles. Bowie's influence extended beyond music, shaping fashion and art with his bold androgyny and reinvention. He continued to innovate throughout his career, earning acclaim for albums like The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, Low, and Black Star. Bowie died peacefully on January 10, 2016, at 69, after a private battle with cancer, leaving behind an enduring legacy as one of the greatest artists in history.
Janis Joplin, the 27-year-old pop singer or rock singer who took little more than 3 years to get to the top, was found dead yesterday in her Hollywood apartment. She died of an overdose of drugs. As Joplin once said, maybe I won't last as long as other singers, but I think you can destroy yourself today by worrying about tomorrow.
Janis Joplin was a famous singer known for her strong, powerful voice and deeply emotional performances. She became popular in the 1960s as the lead singer of Big Brother and The Holding Company, performing songs like Piece of My Heart that made her a star. Later, she started a solo career and released hits such as Cry Baby and Me and Bobby McGee. Her music was a mix of rock and blues, and her unique style made her stand out. She was also part of the 1960s hippie movement and performed at Woodstock, where she became a symbol of the era. Sadly, she died on October 4, 1970, at the age of 27 from a drug overdose. Even though her life was short, her music is still loved, and she is remembered as one of the greatest and most original rock singers in history. Jim Morrison was a legendary singer, songwriter, and poet, best known as the lead vocalist of The Doors. With his deep voice, poetic lyrics, and captivating stage presence, he became one of rock's most iconic figures. Songs like Light My Fire and Riders on the Storm brought his blend of rock, blues, and psychedelia. Known as the Lizard King, Morrison was deeply influenced by mysticism, philosophy, and poetry, often pushing boundaries in his art and life. In 1971, he moved to Paris to focus on poetry, but tragically died on July 3rd at the age of 27.
The death of another rock musician, 27 years old, lead singer of The Doors, Jim Morrison. His manager said Morrison died 6 days ago in Paris, either of a heart attack or pneumonia.
His mysterious death and enduring legacy have made him a cultural icon, remembered as a symbol of rebellion and artistry.
Learn from everybody what to do and what not to do. Watch people for what not to do. If you make a mistake, try to do it twice and smile.
Eddie Van Halen was an amazing guitarist and a founding member of the rock band Van Halen. He is considered one of the greatest guitar players ever, famous for his unique style and groundbreaking techniques like tapping, which changed how people play the guitar. Songs like Jump, Eruption, and Panama showed off his incredible skills. Eddie's energy and his famous Frankenstrat guitar became symbols of 1980s rock. He was also a talented songwriter, blending rock, pop, and even classical music in his work. Eddie passed away on October 6, 2020, at 65 after battling cancer. His music and influence continue to inspire guitarists and fans around the world.
Friends gathered at the Pageant Theatre in St. Louis to bid farewell to rock and roll legend Chuck Berry. Berry died last month at his Missouri home, aged 90, one of the pioneers of rock and roll and one of its most influential guitarists.
Chuck Berry was a legendary musician who helped create rock and roll. He was famous for his fast guitar playing, catchy songs, and exciting performances. Some of his biggest hits include Johnny B. Good, Roll Over Beethoven, and Maybelline. His guitar style and fun lyrics influenced many famous musicians like the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix. Berry was also known for his unique stage moves, including the famous duck walk. His music combined rhythm and blues with rock, shaping the sound of modern rock and roll. Chuck Berry passed away on March 18, 2017, at the age of 90. But his music still inspires people today. Tom Petty was a beloved American singer, songwriter, and guitarist, best known as the lead member of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. With his distinctive voice and powerful songwriting, he created timeless hits like Free Fallin', American Girl, and I Won't Back Down. Petty's music blended rock, heartland, and folk influences, earning him a wide fan base and critical acclaim. He was known for his honest lyrics, catchy melodies, and dedication to his craft. Tom Petty passed away on October 2, 2017, at the age of 66, following a heart attack. His music continues to touch the hearts of fans worldwide, leaving a lasting legacy in rock history.
Prince, the innovative, one-of-a-kind artist who's given us so much great music over the decades, has been found dead.
Prince was a musical genius, known for his incredible talent, creativity, and genre-defying style. As a singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist, he blended rock, funk, pop, and R&B to create timeless hits like Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, and Kiss. Prince was famous for his electrifying performances, unique fashion, and his ability to play nearly every instrument on his albums. His music was bold and experimental, and his influence stretched across generations of artists. He was also known for his activism and fight for artistic freedom. Prince passed away on April 21, 2016, at the age of 57, but his groundbreaking music continues to inspire and shape the music world. The impact of these incredible musicians is huge. Their talent, creativity, and courage to be themselves changed music in ways we still feel today. They didn't just make songs, they sparked movements, influenced whole generations, and opened doors for new styles of music. Music is not just a sound, it's a feeling, and these artists gave us some of the most unforgettable ones. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories and insights into the music world.